Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Storm Warning 2, the Azorius sequel to the 3-color original that plays a bit smoother now that we're without red. We're going full token with plenty of token generators and a way to boost them, as well as a full team of Planeswalkers that pump out tokens and have other useful abilities. We're using a little bit of life gain to help us stay in games longer. If our tokens don't get them, our Planeswalkers will. We're playing Case of the Uneaten Feast as a bit of life gain to prop up our life total in instances where we are trading blows with an opponent. As an added bonus, when we solve the case, we can sacrifice it to be able to play out any men we have in our grave. Into the Flood Maw is a fast and simple bounce spell for any enemy men we want to delay. We can gift the opponent a fish and bounce any permanent. Giving them sushi is a small price to pay to deal with any threatening permanents they played out. It might be only temporary, but it could buy us the time we need to get the job done. Caretaker's talent is the token enabler that helps fuel our hand, as well as give our tokens a boost. It's a powerful card that helps token decks become a very real threat. We'll want to level the talent up to level 3 and make our tokens big enough to take down the opponent. Hop to It is a simple token generator that gives us 3 rabbit tokens for only 3 mana. It's a solid rate for 3 bodies, and with a level 3 talent, we get men big enough to take on the opposing defenders. Union of the Third Path is a little bit of life gain to help prop up our life total against aggressive opponents. It will replace itself, which could draw us into something we need. Ichormoon Gauntlet is a great artifact when you're playing the Planeswalker loadout we have in our arsenal. This gives our Planeswalkers proliferate for 0 loyalty, as well as -12, and take an extra turn. As a bonus, whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we can add a counter to something that already has a counter of any kind on it. This gives out additional loyalty, and make a token with a +1/+1 counter a bit bigger. If our tokens can't get the job done, then our Planeswalkers should be able to, and if they can't, extra turns will surely finish them off. Kaito, the Cunning Infiltrator, is the first of our Planeswalker squad. He's able to generate tokens, and will gain loyalty whenever we hit the opponent. His +1 ability gives one of our men unblockable for the turn, and gives us a loot to be able to find further action. His ultimate will give us an emblem that will generate a 2/1 ninja token anytime a player casts a spell. It's a perfect way to flood the board with men. Elspeth is a great token generator that spits out 1/1 token men with lifelink. Her -2 ability can be used to pump one of our men and give it flying. Her -6 ability can bring back any cases, talents, gauntlets, and Kaito from the grave to the battlefield. It's not an ability that often does much, but we do have it in case there's a time when we can repopulate our board with low-cost permanents that have been destroyed. Day of Judgment is a 4-mana sweeper for times when we're facing down a larger team on the other side. There's nothing fancy, just destroy all men. Smell you later, girls. Jace the Perfected Mind is that one scary Planeswalker that could threaten to mill out the opponent. In the meantime, he can draw us cards and complicate an opponent's attacks. Sunfall is our secondary sweeper. It clears out all men regardless of abilities like Indestructible. After clearing out all men on board, we get an incubator token, and if we have a talent or 2 in play, we also get to draw. Sweeping and drawing extra cards all in one blow. It's a dream come true. Teferi, Temporal Pilgrim, is one powerful card. He can generate tokens that get bigger with every card we draw. And for 0 loyalty, he can draw us a card to help grow his tokens as well as his loyalty. His ultimate is a board-clearing powerhouse that sends all the opponent's permanents -1 back into their deck. The one that is spared gets sent back to their hand. After that, it's usually GG's with plenty of cheese. The Eternal Wanderer is the last of our Planeswalker squad. She can generate tokens with double strike. Her +1 ability can keep a problematic enemy out of the game, or blink out an opposing artifact, so it has a minimal impact on the board. Her ultimate is another sweeper-like effect that we can use to tear down a squad of enemy men and leave only one behind. We will be hit as well, but we will be prepared for the destruction. The White Overlord is the only actual guy we have in the deck, and it generates tokens when we play it out, whether it's at his full price or for the impending price of only 4 mana. With a Wanderer in play, we can blink this guy out and get a second set of tokens. We do need it out as a creature and not an enchantment to do this, but it is a possibility later in the game. For lands, we're playing 1 Tranquil Cove, the dual land that enters tapped and gains us a life. If you have all 4 Restless Anchorage, replace this one with the 4th. 3 Restless Anchorage, the Azorius Man land. For Meticulous Archive, the Azorius Surveil land. For Flood Farm Verge, the plains that turns into a duel when we have a plains or island in play. 6 island, and 6 plains. Playing the deck is very straightforward. Keep bounce at the ready, and use it in a timely manner to prevent as much damage as possible while playing out any cases we have early to prop up our life total. A Caretaker's talent is key to fueling our hand and board, so getting one out as soon as possible is key, especially since we can use it to boost our tokens to decent-sized threats. Use a sweeper when we are far behind the opponent's army and need it to stabilize the board. The hardest part is knowing when to deploy our Planeswalkers so they are positioned to run the table. Get in for damages whenever possible, but keep up defenders if the opponent is fielding plenty of men. We do have ways to make our men hard to block or unblockable, so use those to get in hits. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is Sailway born in 93. She likes having glowing eyes, it helps her see her hand better. We're kicking things off with a shuffler special that's got triple sweeper and double gauntlet. Not how we would like to start. Mo. Then we get a 4-lander with an okay mix of cards. We're without early plays, but the Union might be able to keep us from experiencing death. Keep. We'll send down one of the plains, we've got plenty of lands now, and we have some draw as well that should see us get more. We draw a hop to it, which is fine. That's 3 tokens and an extra card once we play out the talent. The first play of the game is a slasher for them. We'll have to prioritize the hop to it if we want to have a blocker to throw in front of the slasher. Taking a heap of damage from the slasher is not something I want on the menu. Apparently, 1 slasher is not enough. 2 is required to take us down. They send in their first one, and we'll block up. On second thought, let's take the hit this time around. It's 11 damages, which is quite a bit, but we might be able to grow our tokens big enough to battle their slashers, but we'll need some of them alive. It's time to play out the talent. We'll copy a token and get a draw. Luckily, we've drawn plenty of lands. We still have 3 in hand. They play out an annex. I suppose there will be demons in our future, but for now we've got plenty to deal with. They fire off a duress, which is going to snipe one of our 2 cards in hand. They take Kaito, but with the board the way it is, we weren't going to play him out anytime soon. The slashers come to pay us a visit. We'll block one and take the hit from the other. We want to keep numbers on board in case they have removals, which is very likely considering mono black has plenty of options for creature destruction. We draw a second hop to it, which is fine, but this time around we have to level up our talent so our tokens can knock out their men. They go for a Lily over getting their demon token. That's a surprise.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick.
They make us toss a land, no big loss there. We'll probably draw more anyways. They send the slashers, but this time we block up to save our lives. We'll have 1 token left unless they snipe it. Let's gain a bit of life and draw a card in the process. I'm not comfortable sitting on 3. We draw into another talent, but we've got to go with more tokens this turn. Let's fire off the hop to it and regroup our squad. Teferi is a solid draw. We can play him out after we drop the second talent, and we'll be in card draw city.
Now you've got my attention.
Yeah, we've got that attention all right. Keep your trousers up, Lily. They go for the demon they probably should have gone for last time. Better late than never, I always say. Lily makes us toss our Surveil land, but we've got enough mana for nearly every card in our deck at this point. We draw a life-saving bounce, we'll send away their demon token, and we can dispose of Lily and her overly wide rear end. The chicken scream of disappointment sounds great. Next up, we'll play out the second talent and make a token rabbit. The card draw is strong with us. We get a case, wish we had it very early. It's almost too late now.
Isn't how things were supposed to go.
Lily is crying as we shove her in a box and throw her in a shallow grave. We had to widen the box to get her rear in there. The opponent is going to need 3 blockers, so they play out a ritual chamber and get another demon token. It's nice and all, but it's not enough to keep them alive. We'll have 20 damages inbound that they can't block. Let's level up our second talent, and our tokens will be a beefy 5/5. Rabbits on steroids, let's get in there. Damages bro, damages. Also GG's. Extra cheese. This is 3 CPO. He's been upgraded to a flesh bag with 1 eye. We get a 3-lander this time with double Sunfall, a Union, and a talent. All we need is a way to make some tokens that doesn't cost 5 mana. Keep your pants on. The first play of the game is an enterprising scallywag for them. It's a grizzly bear that can potentially make treasure tokens. Wait, we drew a surveil land. Let's play that out instead. And on top we have a plains, we'll toss it in the grave. That's too many lands and not enough action. They go for a case of the Crimson Pulse, which is going to get them some loots, and eventually some card draw, though it's dangerous card draw. We draw into an Overlord, and we'll play out the talent in preparation to play out our big guy on our next turn. They drop a drinker. Hopefully he's a heavy drinker, so he doesn't feel too much pain. These cases keep showing up at the wrong time. Let's use the Union this turn, and then follow up with the case so we can regain some life when we drop the Overlord. Or maybe we can Sunfall away their men if they play out more. It's another case of the Crimson Pulse instead of more men. I guess they're happy dishing out damages 3 at a time. They tossed a Lily. They knew she wouldn't be more than an annoyance. Smell you girls later. We don't gain life from the incubator token, but we do get an extra card. Card draw is king, boys. They go for a tunnel grinder. It's a nice little artifact. We can't destroy it, so it'll get to do its thing. They tossed a pile of removals. Definitely don't need those. Am I right, bro? A stick twister, that's a surprise. It's a little bit painful, but not a whole lot. Let's get our Overlord down and take advantage of generating tokens. True to form, we draw yet another case. We'll keep our 2 mana available to flip our pancake in case we need it. They send in their stick twister, and we'll go ahead and flip our pancake and use it to block. So that's it, they were going to try to clear out our tokens. That's fine as we can generate more, and we can draw more cards as well. It's time for Teferi to get in there. We'll use his token-making ability to make a ghost Teferi.
Don't feel bad when you lose. I'm quite a tough opponent. Who's that handsome devil?
We could clone the token, but let's wait to do that on our next turn. They play out a big Shelly, which is unfortunate. We'll bounce Shelly and make them replay it. Next time it won't hit anything, but that means we can't play out Kaito. It's time to clone up our token, then we can follow up with a hop to it. We can level up our talent and pressure their life total with our squad of beefed up men. Here comes Shelly once again. This time she can't hit anything on the way in. They snipe our big token, but we've still got enough men to make them hurt. That did empty their hand out, so now they'll get the benefit of their cases. Well, the benefit of one at least. We'll play out a Kaito. He might not stay on board for long, but maybe we can get some damages in while he's here.
Stick to the shadows. You're strong. We got this, Pom-Pom Chan.
They'll need some removal if they want to get a hit in on Kaito. Amazingly, they go for the dreaded Shelly flip. What are they taking out, though? They snipe the Overlord, but Kaito gets to stick around a bit longer. At 7 loyalty, we are very close to getting his emblem. Let's get in for hits and take Kaito's loyalty up to 9. They forget about blocking and take all the damages. They must have a plan for what we've got on board then, right?
Don't worry, your school tech.
1 Kaito emblem coming up. Anytime anyone casts a spell, we get a ninja token.
Just give up. You can't win.
That's right, my boy, they need to give up. If they play a removal, we get a token. They play a guy, we get a token. Just give up, bro. A small Shelly is fine. We've got too much life and too many men for them at this point. They dig up a free removal, but that too comes with a ninja token.
To the skies!
No way, they have a removal to take out our pumped-up token. Let this be a lesson to us all. Pump the tokens first, then go in for damages. We are a penny short, but we might still be able to salvage this game. We'll just build up a large board.
We got this, Pom Pom Child. No one said I work alone.
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten all about Big Shelly. All is still not lost. It hasn't been found yet either, though. Kaito might be gone, but his emblem is forever. It's like Shelly is on a rotisserie, just going round and round, flipping this way and that.
I will return as many times as necessary.
Sunfall might be able to muck things up. Let's fire it off and enjoy a giant incubator. We'll play out a gauntlet. If anything, we can grow our incubator with it, in case a 13-13 isn't big enough. Let's flip this pancake and shove it down their throat. Eat it like a pie. Amazingly, they get a free blocker. It was either that or a removal, I suppose. We'll play out the case and then follow up with the Overlord. We're bound to get in for damages at some point. We get to do the Shelly dance yet again, this time without the benefit of having a Sunfall in hand. We draw a bounce spell which we can use to our advantage. We just need to wait until they go for the Shelly flip. I'm sure they will.
When I win, you're telling me what you know about the Raven Man.
We'll have to toss the hop to it. We're going to need both bounce spells for our little trick. There it is, they go for the Shelly flip. We'll hit Shelly with our bounce and send her packing. They don't have the mana to replay her, so she's going out with the trash on their next turn. Smell you later. A tiny bones figures. The small-boned wonder will trade with our huge incubator token, which is simply bad news. All right, Shelly, I need you to pack your bags and go back to where you came from. Hey, there's lazy Jace. He always shows up late no matter how early he tries to get here. Taking a quick look, and they've got exactly 10 cards left. Let's snipe their library and be done. We could do 3, but let's hit them for 12 cards and mill them out. The last thing they get to do is toss their shellies before they eat it. Eat it like a pie. Also GG's. For Reals, that was a game. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.